Hey y'all, it is Q from Q's Corner. Y'all, Biden is done. He's out of the race. So I am sitting. Oh, happy Saturday. Happy Sunday. Happy Lord's Day. I hope you guys went out and worshiped our King. So I'm sitting in a luncheon for my Sunday school group, and it's actually all the Sunday school groups that are in the age range of the Sunday school group that I'm in. And if you guys this is your first time watching, you guys don't know, I am actually in what's called the Legacy Group, which is a geriatric Sunday school class. So, according to one of my favorite new girls, I'm 70 anyway, so I fit right on in there. Just turned 70 and a half. But anyway, so I'm sitting at the luncheon and I have my phone out just in case somebody needs to get a hold of me. And I see what comes across that Joe Biden drops out of the race. And I'm like, he's done. Oh my gosh, he really did do it. Now, I don't know if you guys know or if you saw that Jill actually canceled a fundraiser that she was going to do. I want to say it was in, oh, it was somewhere. Michigan. I believe it was Michigan. I was like, it was somewhere. I was going to say Pennsylvania, but I'm probably confusing the Trump thing. But I think it was in Michigan. She canceled it. And they were all at in Delaware because he has COVID and he is self-isolating. So basically he's in the same basement he was in 2020 as when he was running. So he's decided he is going to drop out. And I actually saw as I was driving home, because I just got home, saw as I was driving home that he has endorsed Kamala Harris for president now. And I was listening to the Body Language Guy. I think he was on his Body Language Guy channel because it wouldn't make sense for him to be on the Royal Road channel. And he actually read Biden's letter, which is very, very vague and self-congratulatory. But allegedly, Biden's going to tell us later on in the week what made him decide to drop out. Now, we've been listening for the last couple of weeks. We know that he told us that he wasn't dropping out because he was the best chance we had to beat Trump. The Democrats had to beat Trump. Not we, not the talk about royal we. But the best chance that the Democrats had to beat Trump, he wasn't dropping out, all of these things. Then it went to, well, he would drop out if he didn't think he could win, which he thought he could win, so couldn't. Then he wasn't dropping out unless it was going to be a medical emergency, and all of a sudden he got COVID. And my thought, because I am a conspiracy realist, notice I didn't say conspiracy theorist, I'm a conspiracy realist because I have learned in my life that most conspiracy theories have some truth in them, and if you wait about 3 months, you'll find out you were right. I'm sorry I'm talking so fast. I need to get in the house because it's National Ice Cream Day and we're going to celebrate. And I need to play games with kids, all the rest of the stuff. But he got COVID after saying, I think with Ed Gordon, he gave a BET interview where he was saying the only way he would drop out if there was a medical emergency and his doctor told him he couldn't go on. Now, Kamala actually was on a phone call to allay the fears of those donors. I think it was yesterday because I was reading that as I was finishing up church and waiting for Sunday school to start. She was on a call with that, and the donors said that she didn't allay their fears really because they thought they were going to get some answers, and they really didn't. It was just more like Kamala saying, well, one, they had to wait for about 20 minutes for her, and then they also felt like they were being told they need to get behind Joe Biden, and how dare they, as donors, question whether he was the best person to lead the party. Allegedly, or as being told by sources, there were diehard Biden supporters on there. There were those who wanted him to drop out, and then there were those who just weren't sure. So at any rate, they had to wait for 20 minutes for Kamala to get onto the call. And when she got on there, she was like, "We're gonna win," and basically trying to allay their fears. Their fears were not allayed. So I don't know if they're gonna. And they said that somebody, once they unmuted the call, said that the call was ridiculous. And the source is saying that they weren't talking about Kamala being ridiculous, allegedly, but they were talking about the call was being ridiculous because they thought their fears were going to get allayed, and they didn't get allayed, and they weren't talking about anything of substance, just basically chastising them for not getting behind Biden and also trying to push them and cajole them to make sure that they got in line and stayed behind Biden. And then voila, today we have Biden dropping out. Now, my theory on that, again, as I was saying, that he was saying only a medical emergency and all of a sudden he has COVID, was he's saying, "Mama, I want to live." Because again, being the conspiracy realist that I am, my thought is that they let him know, if you do not drop out, we may have to help you along. Allegedly. Again, just my thoughts. It's just me just spitballing, thinking. Now, because he has dropped out and he's saying that he's going to address the nation and talk more about why he is leaving the race, my thought based on a couple of articles that I've read about, there are some people who not only wanted him to drop out, but they said that if he is going to drop out of the race and he's no longer viable as the presidential candidate who is going to run in 2024, then he really needs to step down as president. Because how is it you're not fit to run as a candidate for re-election, but you're fit still to do the job? So, conspiracy realist, this is just me spitballing. I'm not a prophet trying to be a prophet, the son of a prophet, the daughter of a prophet, the they, them, we, they, whatever kind of pronouns we have these days, y'all. Not trying to do that. Not even, I don't know. My thought, personal thought, is that when he tells us why he's dropping out of the race, we may also get the I'm stepping down as president. Potentially. But I do think that Joe Biden won't serve out his full term. So I don't think he's going to be there when we transition to a new president in January of 2025. I think he is going to step down. Either he is going to step down, he's going to tell us this when he does his this is why I dropped out. Because I give it 2 weeks. I really do. I give it 2 weeks. I could be wrong. Maybe it'll be the end of August. I'm not sure when the Democratic convention is. I think it's at the end of August, very beginning of September. Maybe he'll wait till then. I don't know. But my personal thoughts are Joe Biden is not only dropping out of the race, but he really is going to step down as president. And if he does not step down as president, I honestly think that for the first time in my lifetime anyway, and I cannot remember, forgive me, it's been a long time since I've been in school. I don't think we've ever 25th a president. But I think either he is going to step down willingly and hand over the reins to Kamala, or he is going to get 25th and be forced to step down, hand over the reins to Kamala, or he's going to get helped along. Again, just my theory. Also, it's very interesting because I'm like, they asked when they were going to schedule the debates between J.D. Vance and Kamala Harris, and the Republicans said, we're not doing that because we don't think that Kamala Harris is going to be our VP debater. They were right. With Trump, when he was in his golf cart, handing somebody a tip, and was, I don't know if he was surreptitiously filmed or not, but he was like, yeah, Biden's not going to be there. It's going to be Kamala. We don't know. Alex Jones put on Twitter, which I will always call it Twitter, that he thinks that Hillary Clinton's going to replace Biden at the Democratic convention. And I heard, just driving along, listening to the body language guy, that is actually something that's kind of being floated. That will be interesting because I think the harpies will screech if Kamala doesn't get the top of the ticket rather. And then, so the question is, who will she choose? Because we definitely know Hillary Clinton will not be anybody's VP candidate. So she's probably out if they're going to have Kamala, period. And there have been some names thrown around: Josh Shapiro, Cooper, and I cannot remember who the other name is right now that was thrown around. I think I wrote about it on some comments or something. But y'all, it's a great time to be alive because we are watching history. There are moments in history that are very, very significant, and it's wonderful to be living in one of those moments. Whew, the news moves fast and time keeps on slipping into the future. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm telling you, between the trials and politics, which I've always loved since I was a kid, I can't keep up. This is way better than any reality show. Let's enjoy the ride. I know that lots of people are going to be talking about this because as I'm recording this, I'm seeing breaking news, and everybody's talking about, pardon me for snapping, talking about Biden dropping out. We're going to see. We're going to go and see what the end's going to be, y'all. But whatever happens, we know that the Lord is sovereign. He reigns. He turns the kings, the presidents, the mayors, the governors, whomever hearts, our very hearts, in his hand. They're channels of water in his hand. He turns them as he wishes. Happy Lord's Day. Again, I hope you worship the King. See y'all soon because I have something for you. I am going to start my review on the Fani Willis book. I finally got my hands on a secondhand copy so that I could actually make notes and do some reading and potentially like show the words. I may not do that because my notes are in there, but I like to have a physical copy of the book if I'm going to review a book. So I finally have that, and I think I'm going to drop a review this week, starting on the prologue and part of the first chapter. It's interesting, and kind of like AV and Lead did. They went back and looked at the YSL trials, opening statements and things in light of what's happened in the trial thus far. It's really interesting going back and reading this book, because I'd listened to it before, reading this book in light of all the decisions that have been made and the case being frozen and Trump being the nominee and all of these other things. So we should have some fun. I'm hoping you enjoy it. I apologize for not putting out content like I've been doing. Know that I love you guys, and I really appreciate the fact that you are still here with me. Talk to y'all later. Until next time, God bless you.